film with friends, missing VHS videotape repeating.
Welcome back, everybody. Today we're looking at the 1971 film from ABC Pictures, Sam Peckinpah's Straw Dogs, starring Dustin Hoffman, Susan George. This is the collector's edition from Anchor Bay, released in 98-99. As it proclaims, it was banned in the UK. It's a widescreen presentation, although it's pretty much 185 or 177, as it says there, so it's barely even widescreen. I'm not sure how this movie got on my radar. The first copy I ever owned, I think, was the, I forget what it's called, like 20th Century Fox Classics release or something like that. It was some just random generic release of the original, of the theatrical cut. And I watched it, and it was like probably one of the first movies I ever watched that just really hit me in a weird way. Just if you know the story, you know, when he's out hunting with his friends, what's happening with her. This, of course, is the banned edition, banned in the UK edition, so this one has more footage that was cut out of the original, and so when you watch it again with the added stuff, it makes it even worse. I just remember watching this movie, especially that one main scene, and just feeling sad, and just feeling pretty depressed, and I think this movie really affected me more than any movie at the time. I was probably 16 or 17 when I first saw it. Again, Straw Dogs. It's based on a book called The Siege of Trencher's Farm, and when Peckinpah was helping come up with the screenplay and all that and making the film, they came up with the name Straw Dogs. Of course, it's got David Warner in it as well. Susan George is gorgeous in it. Probably one of my favorite Dustin Hoffman performances, outside of maybe Marathon Man and, of course, Midnight Cowboy. Midnight Cowboy being another one that I watched, it just made me kind of feel sick. But this actually went on to become probably one of my favorite films. It's definitely in my top 5 as far as like well-made, great acting, interesting story. Just, I don't know, there's something about it I just really cling to. One of my favorite Sam Peckinpahs. Of course, I love The Wild Bunch and a lot of his bigger stuff, but Straw Dogs is probably my favorite. Of course, I looked for the book, The Siege of Trencher's Farm, for the longest time. I could never find a copy that wasn't like a couple $100. The one day I was at the bookstore, used bookstore, and I saw on the spine of the book, Siege of Trencher's Farm. So I went, grabbed it, pulled it out, and the cover said Straw Dogs, and it had the Straw Dogs poster from the 2011 remake. And so I didn't buy it, 'cause I hate movie versions of books, a movie poster on an original book, you know. Plus, I hate the fact that they called it Straw Dogs. They could have just called it Siege of Trencher's Farm or something else. It's like when they made it again, they tried to capitalize on the popularity of the original, but it just didn't hit the same. And it's kind of poetic and kind of a metaphor where when one of my theaters was transitioning from digital or from film over to digital, the very last film print I ever built and projected was the 2011 Straw Dogs before we went all digital. So there's some sort of weird, I don't know, kismet going on there, some sort of serendipitous thing. I think this is a great film. Let me know if you guys ever watched it. You watched the director's cut, the original. You see it in theater originally. What do you think? Is it your favorite Sam Peckinpah? Do you like Wild Bunch better? Let me know in the comments below. As always, like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Peace.